Hey guys, Drew here, Above Alaska Aviation. We're down in Palmer picking up the 2017 Alaska Airmen's Association Raffle plane, which is a Super Cub. It's engine for the install, and we're here at Custom Aircraft Engines, and let's go see what they got.
Oh, hey Drew, come on in.
Richard, how's it going?
Good, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you bet.
Got the new Raffle Cub engine all wrapped up and ready for you.
All right.
Got a new boxes of parts, some
There
things to pick up.
Shiny and new. It's awesome. We got the slick mags donated from Kelly Aerospace.
Millennium cylinders.
Yep, those are donated by Aero Reset, and they were sent down to California to Lycon to have them port polished and flow matched, which they also donated. We got a Marvel Chevrolet carburetor donated in there somewhere, and a Sutton exhaust system, which is probably over there in that box. Got an Airboss harness. All that stuff was donated by the generous people that support the Alaska Airmen's Association. So what's this thing sitting here?
This is our dynamometer test cell outfit that we just got done testing this engine on, and it tests horsepower and torque. And we tested 3 different exhaust systems for comparison, just for informational purposes. And so yeah, we just kind of got this thing running and kind of trying to get into the modern world here with some fancy equipment.
So what did you end up finding as results with the different exhaust systems? Which was better, which was worse?
The stock system was the worst by far, compared to straight pipes, which is kind of our baseline. It lost a significant amount of RPM, and then the Sutton was a tremendous increase, and then the Alley Dodge hot rod muffler seemed to actually gain the most, or be the most similar to straight pipe exhaust. And so that was interesting results for sure. We'll be tallying all that stuff up and posting it at some point, so it's a little more, people can go back and website and whatnot and look at it and see the actual results and the screenshots from the computer.
Awesome. And you guys have your own Facebook page as well, right?
We do. Yep. Custom Aircraft Inc. is our Facebook page, and our website is customaircraftak.com.
Right on. Cool. So this machine it provides all that information, but how does it do that? Give us a little walk around. Show us some of the stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Come around here and I'll kind of show you the heart of it. So essentially, the engine's mounted on here and it'll accommodate any engine mount that we've got, multiple holes and whatnot, so we can use all kinds of different engine mounts depending on what we're running. And that all mounts up forward there, and the whole thing is mounted on a pivot and bearings, which allows all of the torque force to be rotated into this spiffy little instrument here called a strain gauge, or some people call it a load cell, and that is, so it actually measures live torque, and then the computer takes all of the parameters, fuel flow, live torque, RPM, etc., and crunches it all up and spits it out in horsepower, and then we monitor all EGTs and CHTs, fuel flows, and a whole other host of inputs, as many or as few as we want, depending on what we're doing.
Cool. So,
and then the base of it is just an old aircraft tug that we found alongside the road, quite literally, and kind of worked it over and built a cab and kind of spiffed it up so you can step in here and the computer is just firing up. If you want, just hop in there and have a seat. We'll see if we can pull up a file and show everybody kind of what the dyno looks like when it's running from a recorded file. So you can see we've got backup instruments, you know, just for, before I had the dyno stuff actually set up, well, I was just using this, but there's the, you know, the basic controls, and then up here we've got a little camera so we can see over the superstructure and kind of keep an eye on the engine while we're running it. I'll see if I can find the actual file for the Raffle machine. Should be down here at the bottom. So this one, let's see, that was 4.6. This one should be, yesterday was 4.5, right?
Yes.
So I believe this one here should be one of the ones with straight pipes on it that we did a baseline and the required run-in, factory run-in information. Clicking on the wrong thing.
So this is what the operator.
So this is what the operator sees exactly, and then we should be able to. Let's see, replay mode. Where am I at? So here's our data location. So it even makes little engine sounds. When it's in replay mode, which I must have.
Obviously, you got horsepower right there at the top.
Right. So we've got live torque, and then RPM, of course. I don't know what happened to the resolution on our instrument there, but at any rate, it's and you can kind of see all the parameters: manifold pressure, fuel flow, oil pressure, oil temperature, and then all of this data is also corrected to standard day by a weather station that we have hooked to this thing that reads live barometric pressure, temperature, etc. And so we can go along in the test run here, and it looks like we're ramping it up a bit here. And actually, I may have chosen one of the runs where he had where the prop wasn't adjusted quite right, because you can see it's not quite making full RPM. And RPM, of course, horsepower is a function of a calculation of torque and RPM. So you can see even at not quite, full RPM, we're close to rated horsepower. And we've got the cylinder head temperatures up here high, trying to get them to break in. And so, yeah, that's
cool.
A brief little overview of what the operator sees, and you got to wear these. That's very instrumental in this device because it's kind of noisy. But other than that, it's pretty fun.
Well, that's awesome. So people can if they have you overhaul an engine for them, then you can run this on their engine.
Any engine we overhaul is standard. This it's tested and dynoed as part of the product, and then any other project we do for people, it's kind of on an as requested basis. Or like we just got 2 engines in today. People have brought them by just to have them tested and dynoed to see what they'll do. One of them's been sitting for a while, and he just wants it run and checked out before he puts it on the airplane. So we can also do that. Those jobs are a little more time permitting, but otherwise we certainly take in test only projects as well.
Well, cool, man. Thanks for the tour.
Yeah, absolutely. You bet.
All right. Well, I guess that about wraps it up for today's Facebook Live. Feel free to comment about any questions. You got a phone number people can call if they want?
Yeah, our phone number is 907-745-6030. So, yeah, call us if you have any engine questions about the Raffle Cub or otherwise, and yeah, we'd be glad to help you out.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Richard.
You bet, Drew. Thank you.
Alaska Aircraft, or I'm sorry,
No,
Custom Aircraft.
No worries.
Take care.